Hey everyone, it's Billy here. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing my first-ish impressions on the Mugen MBX8E Team Edition. Alright, so going back to the very beginning when I first got this thing, the build process for it was very, very smooth. It only took me about 2 days to build this thing, which is pretty fast compared to how fast some other people build their kits, but it was really good. I completed the car 100% on the second day when I actually went out and raced it. That debut race was actually the day it got built, and then I raced it and I got first with the first race with this new car, so that was pretty cool. In terms of how the build went, just gonna go over this one more time. Everything was in their respective bags, all the parts were in their respective bags. Instructions were very clear on how to do everything. All the diagrams, they're very visible, very easy to read, easy to follow. So the whole build process went really nice. Going into like the driving characteristics of this thing, I quickly found that the Team Edition specifically, now this is the MBX8E Team Edition. I never actually drove a standard one, but with that being said, the Team Edition is very, very grippy, I found, especially with those these plastic inserts right here. Can't really see them that well. There's no there. The thing really locks in, I found, whenever like when I put it on the track for the first time and I was going around that oval section, I really found that the car likes to really lock in, especially when it's getting loose, and it just makes the whole driving of this car really, really easy. And that is going to depend a little bit on track conditions, obviously, and tires and the setup. But I pretty much followed the stock setup, and I really haven't done anything to it other than just change tires. But I haven't messed with any angles or ride height or anything. It's just been pretty much the way I've been using it, like all my other Mugens. So recently I did switch over, and I got a set of these Turbotrax Evo Tires. These are the soft long wear compound from Dialed Hobbies for VP Racing, not the fuel, but the one from Dialed Hobbies. So I guess taking off the body, we've seen a lot of that. Let's get to the chassis. So this is new for me, obviously. These XT90s. First impression with these, I guess, they're really solid, but that's not what this video is about. I'll save that for probably another video, or I'll slip it in somewhere else. But anyway, as I said earlier, it was a really, really easy build process, and the whole driving of the car is really, really smooth. Like, I had no idea how nice e-buggy was, or this e-buggy was, until I actually got it on the track and used it. And as you might notice, there's a little bit of condensation. It's probably just because it's been in my cold house all day and I brought it into this hot garage. The only thing I've really done to it is this little wing brace up here for the screws, like where the normal plastic ones would go. I've got this flashpoint one right here, so that was, that wasn't really cheap for what it was, but I do like the look of it. It feels solid. And in case one of your screws come out, you don't lose this whole thing. You just lose a screw and you can pop it back in. So something else that I did notice whenever I did switch to these tires was that it's still really light to grip. Even though these tires, they're not really that soft. They're not soft like this Proline tire. They're not as soft as this. I can stretch the tire out a little bit. These I really can't. I really can't do it as easily with, a Proline tire. But anyway, it's still really locked in, because that's what those these plastic inserts are for. They're supposed to give you more traction on the loose stuff, which really helped out, especially with our track being as loose as it is. Really helped out there. So even though I've been only racing it for about a month, I can confidently say that this is probably, my favorite e-buggy to drive. It's super smooth in the corners, and really, it really holds its own, especially when you're racing it. Even if like, you know, it's really easy to drive consistently, which I did find was a little bit of an issue with on some other buggies that I have driven in the past. This one really holds its own. It really doesn't like to, you know, you can drive it fast, but it's easier to drive it like smoothly fast, so not like aggressively. Since, I mean, I don't know, it's probably just my motor setup because I can't drive the thing. It doesn't have as much top speed from what I'm getting out of it, but anyway, you know, it really likes to hold its own. You can drive it aggressively, I know that for sure, but I really just like to drive this thing aggressively smooth, especially when I'm in the A main with the faster guys. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up here. So overall, really good buggy, handles well, holds its own, and it gets really good grip. So, you know, that's really all I need for an e-buggy to work. You know, I'll probably play with some setup changes in the future, whenever I get this thing, like when I can start to drive it like extremely well, like my other, like, you know, like just master the thing before I start messing with any like tunes, like adjusting the ride height, you know, all that kind of stuff, angles. But that's pretty much gonna wrap it here, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this one, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.